Alrighty, so we've got the arms and the head done. So next we got to do basically, let's move to the foot. We'll go up, and then we can start going up the other limbs and coming down and meeting them all within their respective parts. Okay, so what I like to do is this. I like to kind of cut the foot in halves. So we'll go here to here to here, and then here, here, and here. And then we'll go here, here, and here, okay? So I'm just gonna hold shift, click. Hopefully it'll come, there it goes, click. You can do it, there we go. Come on. Let's see, can I get this one? There we go, I'll get this one first. Click, and click. Okay, so that's obviously not enough resolution to the foot, so I'm just gonna subsequently cut this up a little bit. So I'll just look for like peaks and valleys. So there's kind of a peak right here. So I'll put one there. And I'm just gonna pull this over and just make a little bit of adjustment. And then we'll say right about in the middle again. And let's just pull this up a little. So this is a little bit better. And we'll go like, pull this over a little. Like that's a little bit. There we go. Okay. And that's not a bad start to the foot. I could add maybe more, but let's start with that. And then if we need to add more, we can add more. It's a lot easier to add than to take away. So we'll start with that low and then work up from there. So I'm just going to go basically just get the thickness of the foot now going around. So kind of like the rubber part of the foot. I'm just going to literally go all the way around like this. Okay. So slow. So if it just gets slow, one thing you could do to try and help it is, I'm going to turn the grid off here, is just do edit, delete all by type history. That might speed it up a little bit. We'll see if it does. That definitely did. So should have done that earlier. All right. Okay, good. So now I've kind of got it all the way around what I would call like, that rubber kind of part of the shoe. I didn't really do much to his feet here. I should have maybe done a little more there, but whatever. Now what I'm going to do is, this should be kind of flat. I could try to cut cross, but I'm wondering if it would be better looking at the top and the bottom. Yeah, we'll just kind of do it the same, I guess. Let's see how this goes. Click and click. Guess we'll call that okay. I'll pull this up a little. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and do. I'm going to put one here. And we'll put one here in the center. I'm going to go like this. And we'll put one here, like that. And the reason why we're doing this is that, you see how like this is starting to get higher right here? So what that's going to allow me to do is add more geometry. Because now I can put one here. And notice that now there's enough to support it, because if I went straight across it, it would just be really too little. But by kind of coming around, we're adding more. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go along the way with this ring here, all the way around, and then we'll continue up the foot. All right, it's exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Okay. That's great. Let's go ahead and pull this up a little bit. Just feel like going a little low. Come on. Now we'll put one in the middle here. Like that. And like that. Okay. So that's sort of like where the ankle would be. All right, then we'll just kind of go around, I guess. going to do a circle around. Come on. Okay. So might need more resolution eventually, but I think we'll call that good for right there. Like I might cut it in the middle here. I don't know. What are we up to? Let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very few edges. So let's go ahead and I want to hold control and put one here. That's halfway in the mark. And then I'll put one here. Now we'll add a considerable amount, but now you see it's really dense here and less so here. So there's a little bit of a space here too. So I'm going to hold control and put one on the inside as well. And now what I'm going to do is hold shift and I'm just going to brush this out a little bit to kind of spread the love. Holding shift. All right. Like so. Shift. Like that. And shift. I'll just spread this out. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot more edges. That will support these bigger shapes a little bit easier. Okay. Now, normally what I would tell you to do from there is to just go straight up the leg. Okay. But you see, I have like this like weird thing here. So normally you would want to just do like I would go to like where the knee is, and I would go try to do the best you can like this, and see if you can get it to go correctly, and then you would click. And then just go right around the leg. What I would suggest when you do that is you want to try to your best of your abilities to maintain that this is my center line of my foot, right? This one line here. And then this would be the center line of the back of my foot, okay? And then we'll say that this is the center line of the side and the corresponding one is the center line. So just try to keep that. You don't want these edges to start twisting like a spiral up because it gets really difficult to work with. So I'm going to do this little piece here. I'll keep it on. So what I would tell you to do is go up to the knee and then go up to the thigh. And then you would be fine there, right? So just get up to the leg and then just get to this underwear line, okay? Now I say I have an underwear line. Even if you don't, you generally want to kind of have an angle. Because if you think about how the way your leg moves, you know, you have your greater trochanter here, right? The femur goes up to this. And there's actually, it bends kind of on this angle. A lot of times people get messed up and they do it horizontally, and that's not how it is. Okay. So same thing with here. You're going to go up the arm and then try to, go up. And actually here, I want you to try, if you can help it, to try and make it horizontal. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll leave my video on, but you can go ahead and just go up the leg and go up the arm. I'm going to do it in video, but you can probably, if you know what you're doing, just go straight up it, and you're fine. And then the last thing we'll do in the next video is just connect the head, this torso part, okay? But I'm going to keep going on mine just so you can see it in case you know, want to watch. But you can do whatever it is you need to do. So instead, I'm going to kind of go up to this thing just because this is sort of my particular... So you see, like, I have to snap this down because it wouldn't quite match up. I'll narrate while I go. And I'm just going to go right up the line here. Okay. Wow, it's really doesn't finding weird ways to try and not go on that. Okay. How are you about this? We do this. It's really come on, you can do it. Oh, I had it for a second. There. Cool. Cool. It's doing its own thing. Okay. There. Come on, you can do it. There. All right, let's pull that one this way. So I'm gonna have to just get these a little bit more spread out, because you can see there. You want to try and obviously keep it as even as possible. It definitely feels a little bit denser. You got to move, or you got to crash? Okay, give it a second here. It needs a breather. Okay, I don't know what it did there, but it seemed to have some difficulties. So this is a good time to save. So I'm just gonna Control-Shift-S. Control-Shift-S. Let's try that again. Control-Shift-S. All right, there it goes. And let's just go ahead and save this as my next version. And then we'll just continue on. And oops, this should have been up on the top. So my center line's this one here. So you can see I was off here. And then I'm gonna spread this out a little bit more, because this is still really, oops. See, I don't like how it's going up though. We're gonna leave it like that. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is do the boot here. So for this, it's gonna be like that. And this. I'll do the same thing on the other side to make sure it's similar. And let's just go ahead and go right up the boot here. I'll put this one about in the middle, we'll say. And go here and here. Like that. I'll make sure it's the same on both sides. Alright, and I'll do the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's what it was. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one too many. Let's get rid of this guy. Okay. Like that, and like that, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Alright. Good, so we got that kind of rounded out. So I'm just going to kind of go around like this. Just want to make sure I'm doing the same on both sides just so it's consistent. Cool. Alright. I guess we'll do this, 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 this. And I'm just going to pull this down a little. Do the same thing here. Come on. Pull these down. And we'll do, let's see. I'm trying to think how I can make this work. So I'm going to go to the top here, here, and here. Like that. Here, here, here. Okay. And go like that. And oops, that. There we go, that works. And this, and this, and then there's just the two here. If I can get them to work. Come on, there we go. Boom and boom. Good. That worked out pretty well. Boom and boom. And let's undo that. And I'm just going to put a couple in between here to help support the shape. There and there. That should help a little bit. And then we can smooth this out a little. Okay. Should be able to smooth this out a little bit better too. Good. Okay. All right. That looks okay. Now I'm just going to do the inside part here. So it's going to be boink, kadoink, like that. And kadoink. Oops, thought I clicked on that. Okay. And then we're just going to go right up the horn here. Oh, I didn't go far enough. And this video is getting long. Okay. But kind of a similar situation to the his whatchamacallit, his earpiece thing. Go right up the other side. There we go. Okay. That looks okay. So now what I'm going to do is sort of the inside part here. There. And then we'll say here. Just going to kind of figure out how to make this work. So it was like that. I'm just going to do this for now, and then I'll move it over after once I get a better idea of what I'm trying to do. Okay, so this actually is supposed to go to a point. So I'm going to make this a triangle to start with, like this. It's just supposed to come down. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to pull this one down, make it into a triangle, and pull this one down, make it into a triangle. There we go. So now it's merged together. Obviously, I don't want these to be triangles, so to make them quads, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and go into here. That will turn this triangle into a quad, and subsequently, because there's a triangle on the other side, turn this one also into a quad. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Oop. So now that's also a quad. Okay, and that is acceptable. Okay, let's hold this down a little. Hold this guy down a little. So now I just need to make this work. Not super happy about having that quad like that there, but I think that's probably my best bet, because I need to divide it off. It's a little hairy just in this little spot here, you know. Okay. Let's go a little lower, I guess. There we go. Just gonna go like this. Let's see if, just trying to maintain consistency, so I'm doing the back and the front sort of at the same time. And I'm just gonna try and just go right around the horn here and see if I can, come on, and see if I can get this to be all the way around, like so. Boom, and boom, and boom. Okay. Okay, good. So now we got the leg there. Not the greatest, but it should work. So let's go just to the knee to start with. I'm gonna go right at the top of the knee. Cool, that's where I wanted it. Ooh. Come on. Oh, just won't do it. Let's pull this up. There it goes. Okay. and we'll just go round and round we go. Okay. There and there. Okay. And I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit because it definitely feels dense in some area. So I'm just holding shift and clicking and trying to get it to be less. I'm going to push these over a little. Should be in the center anyway. All right. Okay, so then I'm just going to go see if we can get away. I'm probably not going to be able to, but let's see. Where's the center line? There. So I'm going to put it right, let's say here. We'll go halfway up the thigh this time, just so I can get all the way. And then I'll just drag it up afterwards, and I'm going to cut edges in between. It'll be a little bit easier that way. Like so. Come on. Oh, almost had it. I thought you were going to do it for a second. Nope. Damn, I didn't want to click. Okay. We'll do it like this. Alright. Dang it. Alright. Come on. Nope. You can do it. Nope. You had it for a second. There. Like doing all I can to try and not go where the obvious spot is. Okay. And then there. Okay. And then I just gotta spread these out. Well, I'm just gonna actually, so this is my center line. I'm gonna put this one up first. And make sure this is kind of in the center of the thigh. And then I will point these ones up after. And I'm just gonna kind of try and go around the crotch. It's got to go this way more. All right. Okay. Grab it. Come on. There we go. So we'll say that looks okay. It's not the whole spread. So you can see it's a little bit off here. So I'm just going to try and go where the peak is and put an edge loop there. All right. And we'll put one here. And we'll put one here. All right. And then I'm just going to hold shift and try to smooth this out a little bit. This has got to get brought up a little bit higher. There we go. It's definitely got to get spread out. Hold shift and just try to smooth out the areas here. Like so. Alright, good. So now you can see we have the leg here. Okay. So now all I want to do is just go up the arm, and I'm just going to do the best I can there, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay. So, same thing as before. I want to look for my center. So, say the center of the hand's either here or here. I think I'll go with this one because it's already kind of there. So I'll just go boom to boom. And that looks right, actually. Yeah, that's good. It didn't make any sense that it worked. Usually it doesn't, so. Okay. Come on, you can do it. No? You can do it, it's okay. You can do the really obvious square. No? You don't wanna? we do this. How about this one? No? Really hard up about not. There we go. Probably would just make more sense to actually just make it small and drag it up. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. Pull this back down. Pull this down. Let's get rid of you. It'll be easier to actually draw it when it's closer. And then I'll just pull the whole ring up. Okay, there you go. Okay. There. Okay. Now I'm just gonna. If I can. It's not doing it either. Alright, I'm just gonna pull it up then manually to about the elbow. Like so. Come on. All the way up. Like so. Alright. I didn't go far enough with this one apparently. Or you guys. Okay. So I'll call that to the elbow. And looking at it, you can tell that it's way off as far as like the spread and stuff. So I'm just gonna move these around a little just so that's more even. Goal is to have them as even as possible. They're also getting a little twisted. So if you look, you can see it's starting to go this way, which I don't want. So I'm going to take this and go this way with this one. And I'm going to kind of relieve the twist. If you get them too much in one direction, what will happen is you'll get what's called candy wrapper. It's basically when that twists, kind of like if you took a piece of hard candy and you put the plastic wrapper over it. And if you twist that on either end to seal it, it's basically what we're trying to avoid. So I'm just going to go ahead and put one here, and we'll say, come on, here, and here. Something like that. And let's put one here as well. Oh, cool. That's totally where I drew it. Come on. You can do it. There you go. All right. Great. All right. And now I'm just going to go up to the shoulder. And I'm going to go, let's say, here to here. And I'm going to pull it up like I did last time because I feel like that's just easier than trying to get it to see the world as I see it. It doesn't seem to care. Cool. Come on. There. You can see it's just a really time-consuming process. It just takes basically hours to do. But when you're done, you'll have a clean model that is correct. Okay. Got another ring, so now what we'll do is just pull this up. Pull this up, pull this up, this up, pull this up, oops, not to there. Let's try that again up to here. And this guy. Okay. So definitely you can see it's getting sparse and dense in areas again. So we got to kind of do the same thing we did before, where I'm just going to spread these out a little bit better. Feels dense back here, so I'm just going to make sure I move these over. A little bit better. Okay, so let's go ahead and put an edge, we'll say here, and we'll put one here. And I actually want to do this a little bit differently. I kind of messed this up a little. I want you to basically go to here. And so actually I'm going to undo that last cut here. Hopefully. There we go. And I'm going to pull this shoulder down to roughly here. I want to actually, oddly enough, because I know I just talked about this with the... Oops, did that just merge? It did. That's weird. I know I just talked about you want to go with the crotch line here. With this, actually, you don't want to go with the arm, and you'll see in a little bit why. So I'm just going to pull this down to there. Something like that. I'm just going to smooth this out. So, see, it's smoothing out that, which I did not want it to do. So, before I bother smoothing that out, let's just go ahead and put one right kind of in the center where the bicep is. And we'll put one kind of at the top here. And then we'll put one kind of at the bottom. And that'll give us enough resolution to smooth this out. So now I'm just going to relax it again and see if we can get this to be, come on. Come on, turn. There we go. Okay. And we're just trying to make it a little bit smoother. Okay. That looks acceptable. Okay. Alright. So, from there, I need to do the shoulder. Okay. So, this gets a little bit different in comparison to some of the other stuff. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to say, let's leave it here. And I want you to put your shoulder up to this point. And then the next one, we will complete the figure. We'll do this part here. Because we're actually going to do the shoulder a little bit differently than you may be thinking. Okay? And the butt will take a little bit of something too. All right. See you in the next one.